Welcome back to the My Laptop Sucks podcast. We're back after about a week. We've got a lot to talk about. We both saw the Sonic movie, and we've had enough time to process it. And now we're pretty much ready to talk about. We're not going to go right into it right away. We'll probably save that for like about halfway in because we got a lot of catching up to do. I'll put up the timestamp on screen for when the spoiler stuff starts, and I'll put it in the description so you can just tap on it. So what else do we have to talk about besides the Sonic movie?
I have a new audio setup.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right.
I'm using my Blue Yeti. I have a big boy audio setup with XLR and all that goodness.
Nice. And the mixer or whatever.
Yeah, the audio interface and a nice XLR microphone and a stand. I feel like a professional working at a radio station.
Working at a Radio Shack.
Oh, if only.
That was like, wow, it's so weird that was less than 2 weeks ago. I feel like that was like a month ago before you like finished Pikmin or something.
Yeah,
That's so strange.
Technically I did get this in the middle of Pikmin 2.
Yeah, because I noticed your microphone was getting a little ringy.
Also, speaking of Pikmin 2, I finished it.
Yeah, that's quite an accomplishment.
I'm very conflicted on my thoughts on the game and like the how the series ended, because I'm so upset that my video corrupted, and I do have the file for it still. So really I could, sucks. If I wanted to pay for a month of decorruption software, I could upload it.
Oh boy.
And just like,
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Making you pay to like get your files back when it was like not even your fault.
Yeah.
It's not like you went out of your way to corrupt it and was like, oh no, I wish there were no consequences for some reason.
I give a partial blame to Elgato because it was my fault. My hard drive was too full.
Oh,
but also, I was using their software. They should have a better fucking workaround for this.
Can't they just like hold on to it until you make room for it? Do they have to like try and like shove it into your hard drive so it gets like corrupted?
Yeah.
They can't just be like, we'll hold on to it until you like delete some other stuff.
Let me boot up the software. I think there is a pause option in the recording.
Because it's so like, you would think there would just be a way for them to just like hold on to the file while the program is still open, and then like you could delete some other stuff and then save it.
Yeah, and then you can export it.
Instead of just being like, sorry, like it's just gone now.
All right, there is not a pause button, but there should be a better way to not have to deal with this. But it didn't really matter. It didn't really even matter all that much because the final cave was frustrating. I didn't even say anything all that funny. It just sucked. It's not fun. And I'm also very conflicted on Pikmin 2 as a whole.
I'm looking forward to playing it.
I'm excited to see what you think, because it's like a Rorschach test. People play Pikmin 2 and it's either like the best thing ever, total garbage. Like there's so many different. It's possibly one of the most divisive games that I have seen and that I have personally finished.
That's like a lot of what I've heard about like Banjo-Tooie. Like literally everyone who gives opinions on it is either like, oh, it's the best, like it's so good, it's like so much better, and then like the other 50% of people is like, no, it sucks, it's way too ambitious, it's confusing, it's backtracky, it's not fun, you know, it's so like so divisive.
I'm gonna give some quick thoughts here. Pikmin 2 is also very ambitious. It definitely is a much bigger game, and I can respect the effort, because in Pikmin 1 there's 30 ship parts for you to collect. For Pikmin 2, there's 200 treasures.
Jesus.
And there is... Alright, so there's 3, 4, 3, 6... There's 10 caves. Or no, not 10. 14 caves. Oh. And the cave... I think the thing is, I really liked the idea of the caves, and I think even some of the earlier ones were pretty good. Because, like... Just being in it, you're not able to grow any more Pikmin. You are like, you only have the limited number that you came in with.
Yeah, it's like a gauntlet or something.
Yeah, a gauntlet of like small puzzles and some enemies. I think it could have worked really well. The problem is, Pikmin 2 does not really know what fair and balanced difficulty is. I'm just going to spoil you on 2 things that happen in the final cave, because I just want you to know about it beforehand.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. So, electricity is a hazard in Pikmin 2. Mm-hmm. It's instant kill for any Pikmin that are not yellows. It's bad. There is a floor in the Dream Den, the final cave, where it's nothing but electric beetles who communicate, like, they send electric signals to each other, and big enemies that can spit out rocks, big rocks that can squish your Pikmin, and that's it.
They can kill all of them.
If I think there is no cap on how many they can kill, but
no, I mean like no type is like immune to giant boulders or whatever.
Yeah, there's no type that's immune to being squished in Pikmin 2, and there's also at the bottom there because there's like it was kind of like a back and forth staircase kind of layout, and at the bottom there's a treasure. So you have to essentially, very slowly, kill every single rock-throwing enemy.
Oh, God.
And then get the thing back up. And what I managed to do was, I had to reset that floor multiple times, but I managed to cheese it by throwing yellows down to the treasure. And then just having them ignore the electric beetles and have them carry it back.
Just make a break for it.
Yeah, it was... and then the other one is that... you know Bulborbs, right?
Yeah,
there's a bunch of different
the guys. They're in Smash.
There's different varieties of them, and one of them is called the Spotty Bulbear, and it's like a Bulborb, but it has like a more squished face, and instead of having the red back and the white spots, it's black and red.
Bulbear like grizzly bear, or Bulbear like bear naked?
Like grizzly bear.
Okay.
Here is a picture of what it looks like. They are much more aggressive and they're faster.
I hate its lips.
And, yeah.
And it's weird.
And basically,
teeth.
they're faster and more aggressive than regular Bulborbs.
I see.
And in one of the floors, I even forget which one. There's a small group of babies, and they were
real
acting
human
really
babies.
Weird. No, of baby Bulbears, and they were acting really weird. They were kind of walking in place and making like alert noises a bunch, and the second one of them dies, the game just drops in a big one on you, and there's no time for you to react. It'll just drop down and immediately eat your Pikmin.
What is it with Pikmin 2 and just dropping shit from the ceiling?
I don't know.
They're like, it's in a cave, so it makes sense, so it's fair, because they should expect that shit will drop from the ceiling in a cave.
Yeah,
in a game with caves in it.
But yeah, it's so shitty. I literally screamed in the footage, "What the fuck? That's not fair! Why would they do that?"
God.
It's the only time in the game where they do that too.
Where killing an enemy like spawns another?
Yeah, we're killing the baby, drops the big one.
I see. I mean, like, it makes sense from, like, a logical perspective, but also, how are you ever going to think of expecting that?
The thing is...
Ever.
Yeah, especially when they never, like, give me any form of thing that shows it could happen before.
Yeah, they never set it up or anything.
If they had it, like, after it fall, it get, like, stunned for a little bit, so I can call my guys back and then get away so I can prepare myself to properly fight it.
Yeah, like if it stood still, and like roared or something or whatever Bulborbs do.
I think it would have been really smart. I think it would have actually been a pretty interesting mechanic, even though I wouldn't have really liked it because it still feels like, oh, fuck you.
Or like
fuck you for playing the game.
If it fell on its back or something and had to like wiggle its way up, and it wiggles around for like 5 seconds and then it like jumps up and then starts coming at you or something. Did you 100% the game in your playthrough?
Yes, because you have to get the actual ending.
Oh, really? Oh, so do I need to 100% it when I play it, or can
if you want to get the ending cutscene, then
does
yes.
Does it matter? Like, what happens if you don't get them all? There's no time limit, is there? Or?
There's no day limit. There's still a time limit for each day, and time doesn't progress when you're underground.
Right, so you can basically take your time.
But essentially, if you want to get the actual ending, you're going to have to get all the treasures. And the thing is, I don't think it's that much different. I mean, you could, in theory, just like, oh, I don't want to do this, go to the next floor. But I think if you really want to experience Pikmin 2 in its fullest, you're going to have to get all the treasures.
Oh, boy.
And I will say, though, even though Dream Den nearly took away all my good graces towards Pikmin 2, the final boss was fucking awesome. It was so cool.
Have you ever gotten that far yourself or ever seen it?
No. The farthest I ever gotten was the 3rd area. Damn. I never have completed the debt and unlocked the 4th area.
How many areas are there? Like 5?
There's 4.
4. Makes sense. You
and
said like 3, 4, or 4, 3 or something like that.
It was the thing, like, Pikmin 2 has a lot of really good ideas, but doesn't really. I felt like it doesn't really get time to fully flesh them out, and I also feel like if they just rebalanced it a little bit, I think it could have really been something great.
Like give enemies less health or something.
No, not give enemies less health, because the thing is, purple Pikmin make almost every enemy a joke anyway. Like. Because purple Pikmin can, like, if you throw and they do, like, their little ground pound, they just stun them. So you can just constantly throw purples and just fuck up enemies.
Do you throw them, like, just as fast as all the other Pikmin?
Yes.
Okay.
And purple Pikmin, they're the whole point of them is, like, oh, their downside is, oh, you can't grow them, so you have less of them.
Where do you have to get them?
You get them in caves.
Oh, I see. So they grow purely underground.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty fair. And, like, that kind of makes sense.
But oh man, the Pikmin 2's boss fights are really good. I think they are the highlights are like the boss fights, some of the overworld stuff, and there are some caves that I think are genuinely really good and really smart. But it's just that the game does not seem to realize when some difficulty is fair or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pikmin 2 is very flawed. I can see why people like it, but I also absolutely understand why people hate it. Like, I can see both sides of the coin. I think it's okay. I'm not sure if I'll ever play it again.
Absolutely understandable. I have a lot of games like that where, like, yeah, I played them and I got the experience, but like Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, like, I'm just like, I really don't want to play the original again.
Yeah.
It's like,
but now I'm really
I get
excited
it.
for Pikmin 3. Because I don't know almost nothing about Pikmin 3.
What about Pikmin 4? Haha.
Even Nintendo doesn't know about it.
Yeah, probably not, honestly. Like,
because I know almost nothing about Pikmin 3, and I'm really excited to see how it fares. Because I really liked Pikmin 1. Now I think Pikmin 2 is okay.
I know next to nothing about the franchise in general. Like, when we play it on our channel, are we gonna do the Wii version so I can try like both control schemes?
Yeah, I'll let you do it. Like, I'll let you try whatever off screen, and then we'll just do that.
Now, I want to get my reactions on camera. Like, we'll do episode 1 with like the GameCube controller, and then we'll do like episode 2 with like the Wiimote nunchuck, and then after that, I'll like decide.
I don't think.
It'll be fun. If I'm forced to like play a certain bit with like one control scheme, I'll like see if I can get used to it, and then like I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like you can only experience like one time, you know what I mean? And it's such a thing that's like so divisive apparently, because I just thought like the Wiimote was like objectively better because you could just point like exactly where you want to go, but apparently like a good chunk of people just prefer the GameCube controller. So
yeah, and the funny thing is I'm actually one of them.
Yeah, like, you told me about that too. You and like Proton John or whatever said they prefer the GameCube.
Well, the thing is though, John never really. The thing is, John said he thought he was doing the GameCube version of Pikmin 1, but then Emil just grabbed the Wii version last minute. But
you can still use the GameCube controller for the Wii one, right?
No.
No? Oh,
technically you can play it without motion controls. What you have to do is you have to unplug the sensor bar, and then all the buttons are the same. It's just you don't have the pointer, and the joystick on the nunchuck acts like it does on the GameCube.
Huh.
But
I would think you could use like the Wii Classic controller or whatever.
Nah.
Like plugged into the Wiimote. That's really weird. Is Smash like the only game that uses the GameCube controller ports for a Wii game? Like Brawl?
No, there's a few. Like I think
you would think they would. Like you think they would have been like
GameCube controller.
What did?
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, that's so weird. You would think they would have been like, oh, it's a port of a GameCube game. We should make it compatible with the GameCube controller, like just in case someone really doesn't like the motion controls. Because, motion controls in general are already pretty divisive.
Yeah.
Just really,
You know what's
really
funny?
depends on what the game is. What's that?
So the new play control, like that short series of games on the Wii, like new play control, all of them have like reversible covers because it's like you can have one that's like that shows like, oh, this is a GameCube game, or it's like, oh, it's like, because what it is, it's like the box art in like a little box with like a white background.
Yeah, and they have the little blue thing that says,
and then
like,
you can reverse it and have like a more normal one. And I'm just like, I don't. The thing is, though, the reversible one's just better. I don't get why. Like, it's so stupid.
Well, like they only have one or the other, like.
No, it's just that like here, let me just grab this so I can try and make some sense here.
I hear you type.
So like, look at this. So here's what the first thing
yeah,
that you see.
I've seen that. Yeah,
it's
so weird.
And then let me grab an image of the reversed cover. And
so
then here's an image of the reverse cover.
That does just look better.
Yeah, it just looks better.
Because it's like, oh, it's not just cropped and put like in the background. That first one is like, graphic design is my passion.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you can play this game with the Wii now. Do you
want
to play with the Wii?
It's a picture of the Wiimote. Remember the Wiimote? Here's another picture of the Wiimote in the corner. Dude, what other games even had that? Like, I feel like Pikmin and Pikmin 2 are like the only...
Pikmin 1 and 2... Like oh, no, wait, I found a list.
Oh, shit. Let's get into the lore.
New play control. Give me the info here, Wikipedia.
Give us the lineage of awful box art.
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, Mario Power Tennis, Pikmin 2, and the Metroid Prime trilogy is also is new play control, considering it uses it's 1 and 2.
And 3 was on the Wii.
Mm-hmm. And also in Japan, they did a new play control version of Chibi Robo.
Huh. Never played the original Chibi Robo. Also, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. You use like the Wiimote nunchuck to fucking. Yeah. Why didn't anyone? Okay, so when I first bought my GameCube in like high school, I was originally just buying it for Mario Sunshine because I really just wanted to play it, and they had the fucking Donkey Kong bongos and like Donkey Konga, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy it. And then I looked online for like Donkey Konga 2 and Jungle Beat, and they were both like, I think less than $10 or something. Like Donkey Konga 2 was like $3, and I think Jungle Beat was like $5. It might have been more. Jungle Beat might have been more. I really don't remember. Thank you, Windows. Yes, my laptop is indeed at full battery, and I'm running at max performance, so I don't know why you're telling me to change it from max performance. So it makes no sense. It's like, hey, I know you're using as much battery power as possible, but have you considered not doing that, even though you're plugged in and charging? Anyways, so I've just bought like the Donkey Konga bongo games like on a whim, and I played like Jungle Beat like a little bit, and it was pretty fun. I had no idea it was on Wii though. I had no idea they had even bothered to like port it over and change the play style. Does it still work with the bongos if you like plug in the bongos to the...
I don't know.
The bongos work with like a lot of GameCube games.
People found a way to make them work with Dark Souls.
Yeah, I saw that. That is so funny. I really wanted to play Dark Souls Switch with like the Donkey Kong bongos with like the adapter or something, but I don't think it works.
What the fuck?
I've seen someone playing like Smash with the bongos, I think. But that was like back in Smash 4, and I think the bongos just straight up worked with the adapter on the Wii U.
Guess what I just learned?
What's up?
Donkey Kong Jungle Beat and Super Mario Galaxy are made by the same development team.
Really?
Yes.
Who's that?
Fucking what was Nintendo EAD Tokyo.
Huh. I thought you were about to say they were made in the same engine or something.
No, oh my god, oh my god.
Like Wario Land and Metroid Fusion or something. I'm pretty sure those are
and they also re-released the Wii version of Jungle Beat on the Wii U under like the Wii titles you can buy.
And they were really trying to sell that game, huh?
They really did.
That is so funny. I never heard anything about it until I like learned about the DK bongos. I think Jaywitz made like a video on them or something. about like weird accessories or
Yeah.
I don't even remember. But I think someone hooked up the bongos to like Smash and they managed to like map all the controls out to something. Except they were like unable to move. So like once they got knocked off stage, I think they were just dead. So weird.
1v1. Fox. No items. Bongos.
Bongos only Final Destination. Imagine Smash tournaments using the bongos, just like. That'd be so funny.
That would truly be the peak of esports.
I was playing the bongos for one of the games one time, and my dad was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm playing video games, Dad. Leave me alone."
I'm playing video games with bongos.
I'm gaming. You wouldn't understand. Hashtag it's a gamer thing.
Gamering.
Gamering.
Gaming.
Gamering. Hashtag just gamer girl things. Hashtag gamers only. Hashtag little gamer things. Get all of those trending. If all those aren't trending by the time I wake up, I'll be very disappointed.
Also, one last thing about Pikmin 2. I literally have seen both sides of the spectrum. Like, in just my day-to-day online activity. Dan hates Pikmin 2. I watched him stream it, him playing it for the first time. I saw him slowly spiral into fucking hating the game. And like Arlo and Nitro Rat, that's like their favorite game in the series.
That's so weird.
I know. It honestly
is it one of those things where they just like forget how angry it made them after they beat the game and they're like, "Yeah, that was good."
I don't know. Because the thing is, I also maybe it's because they're really good at it now.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see it being one of those games where like once you replay
I feel like the game just gets a lot less like problematic when you know what's going to happen.
That's true. Some of those things where you just gotta know. I think that's me in like a lot of retro games. Like I fucking love Zelda 2, but it has a lot of bullshit. But it's like once you know all the bullshit, it's really fun to just coast through. Like, yeah, I can't deny, like, it's really fun to just play through, and I admit, like, if there was a lot less, like, classic NES game bullshit in it, it would be a lot more fun for, like, a modern audience. That's why I really hope they, like, bring back that sort of formula, in a sense, like a 2D side-scroller, platformer, dungeon crawly sort of thing. I would love to make, like, a roguelite based on, like, that sort of thing, where, like, you go into, like, increasingly like difficult temples and you get like a new spell or a new upgrade or something like that at the end of every dungeon. Man, I really want to make video games. I want to do that someday. I really got to learn how to make video games before I die. It's like learn basic code and then just I have so many ideas that I just don't want to go to waste. But we should play that Adventure Time game that looks like Zelda 2 or whatever. It looks like it could be a little fun.
What have you been doing?
I'm working on my own solo project. I'm going to keep it a surprise, but I've got like... Is it up to 10 pages? I don't think it's up to 10 pages right now. I think I'm up to 9 pages right now. Like I'm halfway down the 9th page of notes for this next project. I'm going to try not to follow them, you know, like verbatim, but they're more so for me, so I remember like what to do in which levels and like what enemies to go over and stuff like that. Once I'm done, I'll probably just play through the whole game again and just like make sure I can remember everything. I don't know. Maybe I will just go through and just kind of like do it spontaneously. I don't want to plan it out too much. But I'm excited. It's a game I really like, and it's a game I'm like really excited to cover and, you know, bring some light to. I'm not like super famous, so it's not like thousands of people are going to be seeing this game for the first time. But I'm just hoping to do it justice in my coverage. I'm like just about halfway through the game right now, according to the file. Having a little trouble thinking of like how to structure episodes. If I want to do like 2 levels an episode and then 2 and then a boss in the second episode, or have the bosses on their own, like I really don't know. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'll probably look up how other people did it and see what they do. Maybe I'll just do it too. Maybe there'll be things from the boss I want to show off that, like, you know, you might not notice if you kill them too fast or something like that. But yeah, that's about it for me. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a game I've loved ever since I was since I was a kid. And I have a lot of fun stories. There should be a lot of stories to tell while playing the game. So that'll be fun. And maybe by the time I'm done with it, we can cover the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be at that point by then. Be pretty much done with it. Go up as like a bonus episode, maybe if anything we can record it in advance and I'll just do it later. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
I'm going, since this class I'm going into is probably gonna take up a lot of my time. Even though I want to continue making Let's Plays, I'm not really sure about like if I'm going to be able to, because I have some ideas for series I want to do. Though I feel like one of them I might have to either put on the back burner or can. You know which one I'm talking about because I've already mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, you've been talking to me about it.
And the thing is, the game I was thinking of, there's already like really good walkthroughs and playthroughs of it already. I don't think there's much I personally could contribute. So I think I'm probably gonna find something else or maybe play a different version.
That would be fun.
A little bit of a hint.
If you do the original, there's a lot of exploits you could do. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I know.
There's so many you could do.
I was thinking about it, but I have some ideas for some other stuff maybe, but well, the thing is also apparently this first part's gonna be super easy, so in theory maybe I can get one more series done. Who knows?
The first part of the class.
Yeah.
What kind of class is it?
It's an IT class.
Oh, fun. Just one?
Yes. It's an independent thing. It's gonna be for 4 months, 3 months of class, then an internship.
It shouldn't be too bad if you don't have like too much work. Even if you do have some work, you can always like just. My thing is like I always put my work first, but I'm not gonna like go too out of my way that I go like crazy with homework or whatever. Like I always make time for myself as well. Part of that reason is because I don't have a job, so if I had to go to school and have a job, I probably would just be dead.
I was told directly that like I'm going to breeze through the first part like very easily.
How long's the first part gonna take?
Well, I'm gonna guess, but I'm not sure because I know she's gonna be explaining the basics of computer hardware, and that I already know. So I'm gonna guess that's gonna be maybe even the first month. I don't know. Probably the first few weeks, maybe the first month. It's gonna be super easy.
Yeah, I've got like for the first time I think ever in the whole time I've been at college. I'm not sure, but I have Fridays off. I don't have any class on Friday, so I have 3-day weekends. So I have like plenty of time to do work and like squeeze in some Let's Plays or whatever if I really want to, or a stream. I usually stream on weekends if I'm feeling up to it. I used to stream during like the week too, but I just don't. It's hard to have motivation sometimes. I just come home, I'm like, I'm tired, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I understand.
You got to have the energy for it. I don't want to like half-ass it, you know. I don't want to like be in a particularly bad mood. But yeah, I don't know what to say about your situation other than good luck.
Thank you.
I think you'll be able to get by. I think you can manage. You're very responsible from what I've seen.
Thank you.
The only thing that worries me about the game I'm Let's Playing is there's no option to like copy over your save file. So if I have to re-record something, I'm probably going to be screwed. Or
what you can do is you can just save state over. Considering spoiler alerts on the Wii U Virtual Console, you can just save state.
That is true.
Over the save file. So if something fucks up,
that is true. If I do that like before a session and then I go and check the files and I don't know, the volume's messed up, but the video looks like crap, I could just re-record it. That is true. There is a feature in the Wii U Virtual Console I want to show off too, which is the manual. I want to show off the like virtual manual. I just don't know when I'm going to show them off. Like, I could save them all for an extra episode, but then the episodes, if I do just the boss for an episode, they're going to be really short. So I feel like I could do at least, like, half the world and then, like, one level before the boss or something. I don't know. Or 2 levels and then 2 levels and then the boss, because bosses are usually pretty short. I don't know. I'll really have to look for, like, ways I can make the bosses more interesting, or like reasons to go back into them to show off like different ways to beat them or something. So that'll be some research on my part. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Do you think you'll be able to make those end cards and stuff like that soon?
Yeah, I think so.
I really love the stuff you make for me, I gotta say.
Thank you.
It's nice to have a friend that's in graphic design that knows like what you're going for and what you're trying to do with something. Like,
I actually do technically own the game. It's just that I have it on a collection, and my one of my controller batteries were dead, so I had to recharge it, and now I should be able to nab a screenshot and
sounds good.
Make it.
If I see something that might work better, I'll let you know. There was another feature I wanted to show off, which was based on one of the display options. I'll save it for later. This is getting too confusingly vague.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that the people listening are going to look forward to it. It's going to be the first solo Let's Play on this channel since, like, what is even the last thing I did? Besides, like, Emerald. What else is there?
Your 4-episode Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon Camcorder
That is true.
Let's Play.
That is true. That is very true. That was like the only other thing I did, I think. And I still haven't played Dark Moon since then. Oh, man. It's like the ultimate procrastination. I was like, yeah, I'll do it again someday. And then I just never did. Because I was home alone when I recorded those, so I didn't have to worry about any interruptions or anything. And I just really wanted to get into it. And I just haven't been since then.
I almost had an idea of only Let's Playing games that are sequels and not doing the first game. Like, for like a short while, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing Pikmin 2. What else? I own a bunch of fucking 2 games. I could just play those. Like Pokemon Black 2, Luigi's Mansion 2.
You should do that. That would be really funny.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that gimmick would wear off very quickly.
No, I think people would go on your channel and be like, what the hell, man? Like, play the first one. And then you'll be like, which one?
That gimmick could... I think the gimmick probably is not going to last.
You could do it for a while. You could do, like, Mario Galaxy 2. And then you could do, like, Pikmin... Or you obviously did Pikmin 2 already. I don't know. There's, like... I would say another game, but that would spoil the one that you were just thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't we all? Don't we all feel that way? Oh god, I'm gonna have to tell so many stories about my Wii U on the new Let's Play.
Yeah.
Like why my gamepad doesn't work from literally 1 foot away. You know what's funny about the Wii U being where it is on my setup?
What?
It's where my Switch is, like behind my laptop on like this upper part of my desk, and to turn on the Wii U, I have to like look at it in the mirror to see where the red power light is and then turn it on. Because before I accidentally hit eject and it popped out my Mario Galaxy disc, and when I put it back in, it was like, cannot read disc. And I was like, oh fuck, because it has like 1 scratch on it. It has like a noticeable like mark on it. And I was very like, I was like, man, I hope I don't lose this copy of Mario Galaxy. I think a friend gave it to me. I can't remember if he gave me Mario Galaxy 1 or Mario Galaxy 2. Remember Schuster from my stream?
Yes.
We went to high school together, and
okay.
I think he just gave me Mario Galaxy 2 to play it. I don't remember if I gave it back and then I like bought it myself later, or if he just straight up let me keep it. I don't know if it was because like he wasn't supposed to be allowed to play video games, or if he had like an extra that he just gave me. He definitely lent me Thousand Year Door in high school, like early in high school. He lent me Thousand Year Door so I could play it for the first time, and like Luckily, I still have like my memory card, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, once I finally got the game for myself, I could just, keep my save file and not have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what's really funny?
What's that?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just going to go on another tangent.
I actually got my GameCube copy of Pikmin 2 for free off of, like, a childhood friend.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Did you tell this story?
Possibly.
Who was it?
My childhood friend Ryan, he was a family friend.
Ryan McGee from Super Mega?
Oh, I wish.
If you were childhood friends with Ryan, he would have been like, he would have been older than you than I am.
The thing is, though, like, almost all of the people that I was, like, friends with, like, in my family and family friends are always older than me.
Isn't he like 20, like 27?
How much? Okay, let me.
He's like way older than Matt. I'm pretty sure.
Famous birthdays. Give me the info. He's 25.
25. Okay, so he would have been like 4 years older than me. How old were you when we met? You were like 7?
There was no way I was 7. I was like,
I don't know. Were you 9?
I was thinking like 10.
9 or 10. So he would have been like 17, 18. He would not have been at like day camp. He was not within that age range.
He would have been a counselor.
Yeah, easily. He would have been one of the advisors or whatever, yeah.
But basically, Ryan was just like, man, I don't play some of these games anymore. You want some? I was like, oh sure. And I got Pikmin 2 and Rayman Raving Rabbids 2.
That's so funny. They made a second one?
I
didn't know they made a second Raving Rabbids.
Yeah, I swear to God there is 2, because I think the one 2 is the one that has like the toilet plunger rail shooter.
I thought the first one had that. Is that the one on the train and you go through like the Wild West or something?
Okay, yeah, I do own 2.
Okay.
I do own 2.
I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised.
I mean, I was like 6 years old. I thought it was funny. Leave me alone.
I think it's funny. I like the one game where you're supposed to like goof off while your boss isn't looking.
Yeah.
They were legitimately fun ideas for little mini games. And this was like before Minions existed, before like blatant, like marketing mascots were super duper mainstream. So like the Rabbids didn't even seem that bad at the time. They were just like, oh, they're supposed to be annoying, like that's their thing, but like how have the Rabbids even like interacted with Rayman? Like I don't even know the
I'm
lore.
not even sure. Were they even in a Rayman game?
I don't even know.
They were just kind of, because I think they might have been shoehorned in at some point.
Did they just throw Rayman on there for like more marketability or
possibly? Because
I'm pretty sure Rayman is in the Raving Rabbids games.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out where they first came in from.
But I don't think the Rabbids are in any Rayman games. I think Ubisoft was just like, hey, we made a cool mascot. How can we sell it? Put it on our super popular IP. Sure, that'll do. And like they just called it. I think
they might have put the Rabbids in like Rayman Origin, but that's after like they already were like milking after they're already making Rabbids games.
Yeah, like when was their first celebrity birthdays? The Raving Rabbids. There was one like the Rabbids Time Machine or whatever where they like.
Okay, so the first game they were in was Rayman Raving Rabbids TV Party.
Okay, yeah.
Or no,
that was the one I played as a kid.
Rayman Raving Rabbids. Is this? Oh no! Wait. Oh yeah. Never mind. This is the original. What the fuck? That's so weird. This is a party game spin-off, and it's just that's what they were made in.
I guess they were made to be like party animals. Like that was their whole thing.
Apparently, Rayman Raving Rabbids is on Steam. There's a port on Steam.
Aren't there a lot of Ubisoft games on Steam? I know the Rayman games are. There was a whole bundle.
This seems like the last one that would be on Steam.
Yeah. Get your friends on remote play and play party games.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Jackbox Party Pack is on Steam.
No, wait, this is single player. What the fuck? A
Raving Rabbids is single player?
The first one is.
I had no idea. I thought you could like get multiple people and like have them all give them all a Wiimote and have a jolly old time.
What fucking rabbit hole have I fallen down?
Dude, we're trying to discover, like, the origin of the Rabbids. I think Ubisoft doesn't want you to know. They're like, he's gone too deep. Scrub the web.
My friend actually told me Rabbids Go Home for the Wii is actually a pretty fun game.
Is that the one with the time machine?
No, this is when they were trying to go to the moon.
Oh.
Rabbids in Time. You know what's funny? I think, Rabbids in Time, Travel in Time. There was that also exists. It's a party game for the Wii, but the thing is though, there was a 3DS version, and that was a 2D platformer, and I got stuck in it, mostly because I was 11 years old and bad at video games. Honestly,
what else has changed?
Yeah, you're right. I still suck ass. The thing is, I can at least beat games now.
Yeah, like Pikmin 2.
Yeah, somehow.
Oh my god. This is so weird. The, like, Rabbids ARG. It's like, what? We should make a YouTube video, like, what they don't want you to know about Rabbids, and is, like, just, like, basic information, like a Did You Know Gaming, like, the Rabbids originated in a game, like, this or that, and they have never existed since.
From what I'm looking at, the only non-party game that they're in is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It's so funny that Mario crossed over with Rabbids and not Rayman.
I know, that sucks.
You would think he would at least be acknowledged in the game, like a Rayman rabbit or something, and he wears a costume.
Mm-hmm. But you know what I think would have been... You know what? It's honestly surprising that this game is good. Like,
Mario Rabbids?
Yeah.
I have to get back to playing that. I was streaming it, and I haven't played it since.
I need to get it.
I had to uninstall it to make room on my Switch.
It looks fun. It's like... Because it's just like it's a strategy RPG, right?
Yeah, it's like XCOM or whatever, and there's a lot of movement options. You can, like, dash into people to do damage and then take cover behind, like, destructible brick blocks. It's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. There's no, like, rewind like Fire Emblem, though, so gotta be careful.
For dumb boo-boo babies.
It's pretty generous, though. Like, I feel like it's not too... I haven't even gotten that far, though. I think I've only got, like, partway through the first area. Mm-hmm. But I think it's pretty fun.
It's only like $20 to $30 secondhand.
They say hell in the game.
Mario says hell?
There's a gun called Hell in a Shell. Also, they call Peach a kick-ass princess.
Hell yeah.
They swear. Mario said ass? It's like AVGN.
Ass!
He should do a cover of that game. He should cover that game.
And
they said ass in Mario. And he does the face.
What were they thinking?
What the fuck? Mario doesn't say that. He's not supposed to say that. That's not my video game Bible of child friendliness. Did you know that AVGN episodes are on Amazon Prime? This is not an ad.
I did not know this.
I went on Amazon Prime and I looked up, like, Beavis and Butthead, and for some reason, like, one of the related searches was, like, AVGN, like, straight up just his YouTube show. And it's just on Amazon Prime Video. And I was like, is that why they're called seasons? Like, I thought he just broke them up, and, like, I thought he just, like, did AVGN for, like, part of a year, and then he, like, stopped for a while, and then, like, that was the season, you know? I thought that was it. I was like, does he call it seasons because it's, like, on fucking video services? It's so weird. Yeah. There's fucking, like, Let's Plays.
You can buy a Blu-ray, and it's, like, a Blu-ray pack, and it's every episode of AVGN ever made.
What?
Yeah, it's called the BFG, the big fucking something.
Big fucking, and then the G is just the G from fucking.
Yeah. It was big fucking something. Here, angry video game nerd. Big fucking group.
Group?
Yeah.
They really could not find a word for that, huh?
They could not. But every
it's a group of CDs.
Every disc is like the first disc is episodes 1 through 100. Plus, you can get like a director's commentary.
Oh boy.
Disc 2 is special features and outtakes. Disc 3 is episodes 101 through 114. Disc 4 is special features and outtakes. Disc 5 is 115 through 140. Disc 6 is.
Oh yeah, the first few episodes were like really short, huh?
Yeah. And
That's
then,
a lot for one disc, though.
Yeah. Disc 7 is 141 through 147 plus bonus features, and Disc 8 is 148 through 164.
That's so weird. Did you see the AVGN movie?
No.
I heard it was bad. Let's do a commentary on it.
Yeah, hell yeah. We need to get that
going.
Soundgasm fucking page filled up.
We're going to be the most followed account on Soundgasm and not even do porn.
There's no followers on Soundgasm. It's literally
just plays.
Upload your Undertale audio porn here.
Does it even keep track of like comments or likes or
There's no
plays
comments or
anything?
likes. It's just upload your shit and link it to your fan base.
That's some dark web shit. That's like really shady.
Oh no, wait. It has play count.
Okay, I was like there has to be something like some sort of interactive thing where it shows you. Because I was
12 people have listened to our commentary
that's
track
pretty good.
on Wreck-It Ralph 2.
That's not too bad. That means
we should do commentary tracks for all the Nostalgia Critic movies.
Oh God, no. That means
You're telling
12...
me you don't want to watch To Boldly Flee, which is 3 hours long, and
no,
do a commentary track
that's
on
like
it?
as long as Avengers, and Avengers didn't even feel like a fucking 3-hour movie. It just felt like a fucking Marvel movie. Fucking like Infinity War and Endgame. They just felt like normal Marvel movies, except I had to pee a little more by the end.
I really do want to watch all of them, and I think it would be funny to like do a commentary track over it of us just slowly losing our mind.
I mean, 12 people means that at least that many people like listen to at least a little bit of it. I think you have to listen to like a certain amount before Soundgasm counts it as a play.
Yeah.
I think YouTube should only count a view if you watch the video all the way through.
I think that's what they do. I think it's only after a specific amount. I think it's after like 50% or 25%.
On YouTube?
I think so. I don't know.
So, I mean, it depends on... I wouldn't be surprised if not that many people actually listen to it all the way through, unless they were like, oh, I haven't watched Wreck-It Ralph 2. I may as well, like, watch along and listen, because, like, they're like, I don't feel like paying attention to the movie. They don't want to take it too seriously.
I think that's mainly the big point of commentary tracks and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, I'm here for the funny people. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pay attention to the audio.
It's either for, like, if you've already seen the movie and you want to, like, see someone else's reaction, or if you just don't give a shit about a movie and you just want to see, like... I used to watch CinemaSins, and if I was, like, not interested in a movie, I would, like... watch his little thing to like see vaguely what happens in the movie. Obviously I don't listen to his actual criticisms because they're not real, but like I'm just like
I just laugh at the funny ding noise.
Yeah, laugh. May as well be like an applause sign in like a sitcom. It's like, he did the ding, please clap. He is counting. He count number. He count things wrong in movie.
Say the movie bad.
Dude, let's get CinemaSins on the podcast.
I mean, is he really doing all that much?
Dude, let's watch this one on the Sonic movie. I mean, knowing him, it's going to be out like tomorrow.
No, not yet. He has to wait for it to like come on home video.
That's true. That's very true.
He's going to be like... He is at nearly 10 million subscribers, and
that is nuts.
He is only pulling in around... the most viewed video I'm seeing right now is Joker with 2.4 million views, and everything else is like 600,000 or below.
That is some really low viewership.
Yeah, I mean it's very inconsistent. It depends on like
the movie.
It depends on what movie. Yeah. Because like Joker, of course, it was like a big thing. It Chapter 2. But then it's like, oh yeah, everything wrong with Secret Life of Pets 2.
Everything. Just video ends.
Yeah.
You could have just ended the title at everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't even realize Secret Life of Pets 2 even came out. Like,
yeah.
I saw like a trailer for it like a month before it came out, and I was like, oh yeah, Illumination. And then like I never saw anything for it until I like opened up Netflix one day and it was just there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, this movie is out now, and wow, I'm not really that surprised. Nobody's talking about it. I was like, why aren't I shocked?
Commentary track on Planes.
On Planes. Oh, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I did see that movie in theaters.
I did too. I saw both Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue.
Dude, I thought it was fucking Cars. Like, I thought it was the same people. They were just ripping off Cars.
It's made by Pixar. They weren't ripping themselves off.
I mean, I thought it was in, like, the same universe or something.
I'm pretty sure that technically... I think it technically is.
There's there's something separating it from being the same as Cars. I remember, like... Wasn't it made by, like, completely different people, like, within Pixar or something? Or, like...
I don't know.
Like,
We should... I think we should... It's also... I've only saw it once when I saw it in theaters.
And the
I
whole
remember
thing...
almost nothing about it.
The whole thing with the plane is he goes to a race anyway. So how is it any different from Cars? It's literally just Cars but flying.
He's a crop duster.
He's flying. It's different. He can fly in the air. Please watch our movie.
He can easily win a car race.
Yeah, really.
You know what's really funny? I remember when I was in Walmart. I remember seeing a few different like really shitty knockoff movies. From like there was Wings, which was a horrible knockoff of Planes.
Oh,
and
God.
then there.
How do you make a knockoff of like as close to a knockoff as you can be by an official company?
And then I also saw The Legend of the Kung Fu Rabbit.
Oh, is that supposed to be like Kung Fu Panda?
Yes.
I need to rewatch all the movies. I think I've only seen the first one. I don't think I ever saw the second or third one. I know the third one's not as good.
I thought 3 was alright. I think after maybe it'll change if I rewatch it, but I think 2 is my favorite.
Yeah,
but
that's like
the
DreamWorks pattern. The first one is good, the sequel is better, and then the third one sucks.
I wouldn't say Kung Fu Panda 3 sucks.
No, but Shrek 3 sucks, and How to Train Your Dragon 3 was
awful.
okay. It's just a lot more underwhelming than it should be. Like, the first one's good, second one's better, and then, like, the third one is, like, worse.
Yeah.
Like I won't even say bad, I'll just say worse. Just in general. Like, I saw How to Train Your Dragon 3, and I was like, okay, like, all the villains in those movies kind of seem the same to me. They all just hate dragons, and, like, that's it.
Except for the first one where the villain was a dragon.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then they were like, shit, we need actual villains now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. We can't make bigger control dragon.
I mean, it was a good arc, but...
Yeah.
Knowing, like, most sequels nowadays are just for money.
All right, so now since we're talking about movies, you want to move on to the Sonic movie talk?
Yeah, I'll put the timestamp up right now. Okay, let me write down the timestamp. So you start talking. What did you think of the Sonic movie?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
It was enjoyable. I mean, it was an enjoyable video game movie, which is not something you can say about a lot of movies.
I mean, I think it was pretty good. I thought it was fun. I thought Ben Schwartz did a really good Sonic voice.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Oh my God, Jim Carrey.
Fucking wonderful. Like he absolutely loved doing the role, I can tell.
Oh yeah.
And also,
he was so fun to watch.
Yeah, you know Jim Carrey's 58?
Yeah, I looked that up actually. He's old enough to be my dad.
He's only like 3 years younger than my dad.
I wish he was my dad.
Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wish Jim Carrey was their dad.
Oh yeah, but I mean me specifically.
He seems like a cool guy, but also he is just such a wonderful performer.
Yeah, I'm glad he's still acting. Fun. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad that like
honestly,
when I saw it by myself. No.
I'm really curious to what about the Robotnik role like dragged him, like made him want to act again. Like
what made him audition for it? What was his last movie before the Sonic movie?
Oh God, it was probably like. Okay, let me look.
Because
all right.
When I went to see the movie, what I was trying to say before, when I went to see, there were like so many kids. I went by myself, and I sat by myself, and there were like so many kids. Like, I heard this kid behind me say like, "Is Sega the company for Sonic?" And his dad was like, "Yes." in
okay.
the little intro, and
Yeah.
it makes me happy that there are kids like nowadays who get to grow up like seeing a Jim Carrey movie, or they get to see a Jim Carrey movie when they're like a kid. It's just really good.
So I'm looking right now. He's mostly he has been in some recent things, but it's mostly just like short films and kind of underground movies. Like he was in a movie called Dark Crimes in 2016. But like the last mainstream movie that was in theaters that like it was Dumb and Dumber 2. And that was 2014.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, I just went on his IMDb.
So
he was on Drunk History. No way.
Oh,
I have to watch that.
That's awesome.
He was in The Office. What? When was he in The Office? I gotta rewatch The Office, man. My roommate didn't even tell me about that.
I need to rewatch Liar Liar. Anyways, back to
Mr.
Sonic.
Popper's Penguins. I totally forgot that I know I saw that movie, but I didn't even realize it was Jim Carrey. I've been watching a lot of Jim Carrey movies recently. I'll probably talk about it next episode. I wanted to talk about it this episode, but we already started talking about Sonic. Yeah. But I just really enjoy him. He has a lot of fun. Like you can tell.
I'm pretty sure they were just like, you can literally just do whatever the fuck you want. You can be funny for
oh my god,
for an hour and a half, and people will want to see. It's like, all right.
He didn't carry the movie like a lot of people thought he would, pun intended. But
he did a very fun. He was a very fun villain.
He's a good antagonist in like most movies,
yes.
like a Series of Unfortunate Events. He was Count Olaf. He was really funny in that.
He was every one of the adoptive guardians.
Yeah, well, he was in disguise in like different parts in the movie.
Oh, okay.
But he would always go in disguise and like try to trick their new guardian into like either giving them up or just dying. But yeah, I thought it was really fun. Jim Carrey just like speaking Japanese out of nowhere just like caught me off guard.
Yeah.
When he got the quill and he was like, "Omoshiroi." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I was like, is this Japanese? What language?
Yeah, that was Japanese. It was so funny. I was like, do you think that was his idea to put some Japanese in there? He was like,
I think so.
Just put that in there.
I honestly really love that first scene when he shows up at the military base.
He was so pumped.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. He was like, "What's your name, Sergeant? Nobody cares."
I also really love. Of course I want a latte. I love how you make them.
Yeah, I love his delivery on that. He's just so outraged he can't even say nice things in a nice way. Yeah. And then at the end with the Mr. Stone.
The Mushroom Planet.
Yeah. Dude, I would watch a whole movie of just him trying to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a short. They could easily do like a 30-minute short. He's like, "I'll be back by Christmas." Do you think they're going to do another movie by like the end of this year or probably next year?
I don't think this year.
Yeah,
absolutely
not.
I'm saying 2021 or 2022 we're going to get a sequel. Because that Tails teaser right at the end.
Easily.
That got everybody in my theater screaming.
I think everybody kind of saw it coming, but nobody really reacted when I saw it because like it was mostly parents with their kids.
My theater was mostly, there was a good portion of kids, but a lot of people, because I went to a night showing. There was a lot more adults.
Yeah, I went at like 7:30, which I guess is like a normal time for like a child to see a movie. Like I would have gone to a later one, but I didn't want to like drive that late.
Wait, 7:30 a.m. or p.m.?
p.m. Do they even have movies that early?
They normally start at like 9 or 10.
It's like, I've heard of a matinee, but this is ridiculous.
But I'm just gonna say my main two problems with the movie. The obnoxious amount of product placement.
Was it that bad? Like, I know Olive Garden gets referenced like twice, like once at the beginning and once at the end.
They say the fucking slogan. They're like. Every character is driving a new Toyota.
I mean, the Olive Garden thing felt, not too bad because I feel like people just joke about it like that in real life anyway. It's not like he looked at the camera and held up like a gift card and was like, "When you're here, your family." It didn't feel like an ad read. It just felt like normal people talking about things that exist, you know?
It just felt like there was a lot of product placement. Like the girl having the MacBook. I was honestly expecting when Jim Carrey put on the headphones and started dancing, I was expecting it to be like Beats
headphones.
or Bose or like Skull Candy.
No, he's too... Robotnik would never support Apple either. He's too smart. He probably makes his own like high definition headphones or something.
Probably.
He had that like VR headset too.
Yeah.
So that works even better than...
Fuck you, Oculus. I'm going to make
Vive.
my own shit.
Basically. I mean, you got to pay those reanimators somehow. Because they had to remake like most, if not the whole movie. If they did, okay, I'm not going to discredit like, you know, dozens of people working super hard on this movie because we don't know insider information. We can't be sure of how much of the movie was done by the time they started redesigning Sonic.
Yes.
But like you got to pay them somehow if they're going to be essentially redoing their work, because it's not as easy as just like changing a couple things. It's like they got to completely reanimate like all the scenes. It's not like a drawing where you can just like edit the frame and like change a couple things, or like I don't know, I'm sure some programs make it like really easy to make edits to like drawings and stuff like that, but 3D animation is just hard.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
You know what I find really funny?
What's that?
Fucking James Marsden. This is not his first rodeo into the animated character runs into real life guy and hijinks ensue.
He was in Hop, right?
He was in Hop,
Yeah. Russell Brand.
You think, yeah. And you know that that concept art leaked where it's like Chris Evans was originally supposed to be?
Oh, yeah. That was really funny.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Were they not able to get him?
I think probably he was doing something else.
Or they just did the art because they thought it'd be funny and were like, yeah, this won't happen. But I mean, it's like this kind of guy. Like, you know, James Marsden's already pretty good looking. They don't need to worry too much about getting him. It might have been, I don't know if this is accurate. He might have been doing Knives Out. Because Knives Out came out not too long ago, and he was in that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That was a really good movie, by the way. Knives Out.
I need to see it.
Is it back in theaters? Did it get nominated for a Grammy or whatever the fuck movies get?
Academy Award.
Yeah. There's a different award for fucking everything.
No, it's only like at all the theaters near us. It's only like super late, 8:15.
That's not super late.
I go to sleep at 8:30. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I know. And then I'll see you online at like 11, and I'll be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Because I'm well rested.
Just see it. It's a good movie, and then just go home and sleep. He was a really great character in Knives Out. He plays like his character in that movie is like the opposite of Captain America. Like if Captain America is lawful good, his character in Knives Out is like chaotic evil. He's so good. Anyway, Sonic. I like what they did with the like changing into Eggman by like the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where he had like the crazy mustache and he was like bald. I guess his hair got like burnt off and he like shaved it off.
Yeah, probably. The one other thing I had a problem with, I felt like some of Sonic's animation or like how he looked was a little rough around the edges sometimes. Sometimes his lighting didn't look really right. I
can kind of see that, yeah. Because they want to make him like bright and friendly looking.
But yeah, besides that, he was pretty good.
That's good.
I really enjoyed it. You know what I'm very sad about?
What's that?
We are past the era of shitty movie tie-in games. Could you imagine a Sonic game based off of the plot of the movie?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that because that end credit sequence where it looks like a classic Sonic game. We always talk about this when Mark Off Your Bingo Cards Battle for Bikini Bottom comes up. Yeah. Where they don't really just make licensed games in general anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is so weird to think. It really was like the Wii era that kind of like, because that was the most selling console of all time. So they're like, if we shit out a licensed movie game and put it on the Wii, that's like a whole audience.
Dumbass babies will fucking buy it because they see the movie they like on it.
And they'll make it like super cheap on an audience that is like record-breakingly high. I don't know. I think it could be fun. I don't know what it is about Sonic that is just easier for like American designers and developers to get. you know? Because, like, Sonic Mania was really good. American team. Like, fan team.
Yeah.
And the movie
Christian Whitehead, please, can Sega just give Sonic to Christian Whitehead?
I mean, Sonic Mania was made by Sonic ROM hackers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Christian Whitehead was one of them.
That's crazy.
He made the mobile. He also made the mobile ports for Sonic 1 and 2.
Didn't AM2R guy get hired by Nintendo, too?
No, he got hired in a different indie studio.
Oh, just
he got hired to an indie studio.
That's still pretty good, but yeah.
Yeah.
They deserve to just be hired. Like, these people spend their free time making games because they want to. Like, that, and it's good. Like, that should say a lot. What else is there? I thought it was weird how they kind of mixed, like, Sonic's fur and the quills. Like, it just, like, I didn't notice it until, like, partway through the movie, and they started, like, sticking out more. And I was like, oh, it's so weird that, like, they're just, like, popping out, because they're, like, they needed him to discover the quill so he could use the energy source or whatever. Which is, like, how is it unlimited energy? I don't know. Maybe it's just so high that it's, like, beyond Earth technology comprehension. You know what I mean? Like, it just can't read that high or something like that. But I don't know. What did you think of, like, the beginning with, like, Green Hill Zone?
Oh, I thought that was super fun. I thought it was super interesting. And I love how they didn't give the Sonic area like an actual name, and it was Green Hills, Montana. Yeah.
Wasn't that just the name of the town? Like, that was just an Easter egg, right? Like an obvious Easter egg.
That had to be like they didn't give the actual Sonic world a name.
Oh, no, so, doesn't he say in the beginning, like, this is Green Hill Zone?
I don't even think he says it. He just said, this is where I live.
Is it? Does he say that? I don't even remember now. I just remember being like, yeah, obviously everybody knows that. What did you think of, like, his mom being an owl?
I thought, I mean, it's not like they're going to carry over the plot from, like, Sonic Underground or anything. Like, I knew coming in, Sonic was going to have, like, a slightly different origin story.
Yeah.
And honestly, better than I was thinking it was going to be.
What even is the story of Sonic Underground?
Mom gives birth to Sonic, brother and sister, and then she disappears, and the whole point of Sonic Underground is that Sonic and his siblings are trying to find her.
I see. Okay. I just know the scene where, like, the robot explodes or whatever, and it looks like Sonic or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the one where they change the diaper and Sonic makes that weird sound with his mouth. I saw a clip on Tumblr, alright. That's like all I know. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it seemed like they were setting up for a sequel at all. Like, the Tails thing and the Eggman thing. Yeah. I love how casually he called him Eggman, too. Because the robots or whatever. I was like, oh, that makes sense, you know? Because, like, I never got why they called him Eggman other than that he was, like, fat.
I think it was because he was just a round man. And,
yeah. But, like, his actual real name was, like, Robotnik. I guess because he makes robots. Haha, funny. But
Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
I'm glad they actually did just, like, give it to Jim Carrey and they didn't just get, like, a funny haha fat guy to make, like, fat jokes about. That would have been stooping real low. And this is a video game movie we're talking about, so, like, it just seems inherently low to begin with.
You know who they could have gotten to do that, like, perfectly?
Who's that?
Kevin James could have been the perfect shitty fat joke Eggman.
If the movie was made by Adam Sandler, then yeah, I could have seen that. If he was directing it, he'd have been like, I'm Eggman. He wouldn't have been as, like, funny, though. Because, like...
Is Kevin James even funny?
No, I just... I mean, King of Queens is alright, I guess.
I regret ever liking Paul Blart Mall Cop and Grown Ups when I was so young.
I watched those when I was a kid. It's ironic that you watch a movie called Grown Ups when you're a kid.
Yeah.
That we both did. And then they made a second one of both of them.
Yeah.
Were they going to make a third Paul Blart? I don't even remember.
Let's find out.
Okay.
God, I feel so bad for people watching this. trying to figure out like there's like fucking
what, the podcast?
Yeah, because we're constantly talking about like Sonic movie and
Well, what else is there? I'm trying to think of like what else I had a problem with. I don't know. Why does his okay. I'm really surprised they didn't shoehorn like a marriage plot in there. Like he's planning on proposing when they get to San Francisco or whatever. Like they were just already married.
Yeah,
like,
I think I actually like that. Also,
I like that too, and I'm really surprised that they didn't do that at all. That they just skipped over that entirely. Like they've already been married. I don't think they say how long, and his girlfriend, his wife's sister, wants her to leave him for some reason. Like before the Sonic shit even happens, she's just like, you need to leave him. Like why? She likes him and he has a good job and he clearly loves her and he's passionate about his job. Like he obviously wants a better job. Like he has the drive.
This is totally small. Interracial couple. I actually really like that they.
Yeah, I like that too. I think that's sending a good thing for kids.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty. That was pretty good.
It's the little things that count, my friend. Mm-hmm. They could have made Sonic gay or something. I don't know. Also,
God, I really love cock. I really want to suck cock.
Yeah, he put you just noticed that on his bucket list. Like when he's sitting in the motel, there's just like suck a dick at the bottom of the list. No, just like have a homoerotic experience or something like that on the list. Can someone make that in Photoshop or something? Can someone edit that?
Someone just re-edit the whole movie and put it like burn it onto a DVD and show it to their friends and see if they notice.
Yeah, just like really subtly. Can you do that? That would be really funny. If you sell boot copies once it comes out on like DVD, just sell like boot copies of the movie with Sonic's bucket list all edited to say like
get fucked in the ass.
Have a prostate orgasm.
Oh god.
We're very mature.
Oh my god. we are adults.
I mean, we are. You're not wrong. We're both legally adults. We could be tried as an adult in the court of law, even though you can't even have alcohol and I can't even rent a car.
We can go to big boy jail.
We could go to Five Guys Burgers and Fries.
I haven't been to Five Guys in a while. We should do that.
They snuck in. Oh, it's so expensive. They snuck in the chili dogs thing too. In the bar scene.
I actually liked that.
He was like, those chili dogs sure are good. Yeah, I hated that. Why did Sonic fart?
Yeah, I mean, they did put in one fetish thing if they weren't going to show his feet.
They did show his feet. They showed his feet like 3 times.
They didn't fully show his feet though.
They showed his feet when he got the new shoes.
No, they didn't.
Didn't they?
They were off screen.
They at least showed it at some point. They showed it through the holes in his shoes.
It was like it was just like a tiny bit, but I think Tyson has specifically said, "Do not show Sonic's feet."
I don't blame him. He's the one who made those ridiculous comics.
He was also the lead guy in charge of redesigning him.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. He made the gotta fix fast thing, right?
Yeah.
That's good. So wait, did he design the original monstrosity?
No, that was someone else.
Okay. Oh, so he probably knows if they designed it like that on purpose. Dude,
possibly. Yeah.
We got to get Tyson Hess on the podcast. Let's have an insider episode where we get all the lore on the Sonic movie.
The thing is, though, he might be on an NDA. He might have an NDA.
God, that sucks. So much for getting Mr. Tyson Hess on our little podcast. Thanks, Zack. What do you got to give me a logical reason why someone can't come on the podcast? Just let me believe.
Doug Walker on. I've said this already.
If anyone's not doing anything, it's him.
Yeah.
CinemaSins might not be getting a lot of views, but he's still making videos.
I follow Channel Awesome on Twitch. I don't know why.
Does he even like video games?
No, but the thing is that he does like video games. He said that he the last he has beaten some games. Like he beat New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The last game he beat before that was Metroid Prime 2.
Huh.
That is such a weird game that I was not expecting like him to say.
Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What else is there about the Sonic movie? When his niece gives Sonic the shoes, like why does she have shoes that like perfectly
Why does she
fit
have
him?
these expensive ass Pumas?
Yeah, why were they like red and pointy? Like those aren't like were they pointy like Sonic shoes, or were they just like did they kind of like redesign them to fit real life shoes and like Sonic? Was that another brand thing they were talking about?
No, the thing is though, they're originally Nikes.
Right.
They're originally red and white
I think we
Nikes.
talked about that when we were talking
Yeah.
about the original trailer. And they use Gangster's Paradise. I totally forgot about that. I avoided watching
I've
the
said
trailer
this
for
before.
so long when it first came out, and then I finally saw it in theaters, and I was like, "Fuck."
I
It's so funny.
heard like someone say this, but like fucking Weird Al, fucking Coolio said that it was disrespectful for Weird Al to do Amish Paradise, but yet he gave the rights for them to use Gangsta's Paradise in the original Sonic trailer.
It's so weird. Doesn't Weird Al like always get permission to do parodies?
Yeah,
even
but
though
the thing
he
is,
doesn't
though,
really have to?
he asks them, "Hey, can I do a parody?" But he doesn't like necessarily tell them what he's gonna make it about.
That's true. But Amish Paradise is funny. It was
yeah,
like
it was
like
funny.
the same.
It was really good.
It was like the same type of song about, you know, a group of people, obviously, but he just made it
Yeah.
about being Amish, which is like the funniest, almost opposite direction you could go with that. Mm-hmm. Like,
Oh no, wait! I remembered one other thing about the Sonic movie
what's that?
that I really thought was funny. They found a way to fucking put Sonic in.
Oh, yeah, I meant to mention that too. The fucking drawing.
Yeah. The Blue Devil. That genuinely, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
When I saw him hold up the fucking paper, I was like, oh my fucking god.
That made me laugh a lot. They referenced that in the Sonic Boom cartoon too.
Did they?
The guy was like, I got an order for Sonic.
Oh my
I
god.
should watch the Boom cartoon. I've heard good things. Dude,
Yeah,
imagine
I
if they
remember
made a
seeing a
video
funny
game
photo
based
with
on the Boom cartoon. That would be great.
You're right. Wouldn't that be so epic?
Dude, that would make so much money and not be awful. I heard they also referenced Sonic's like smash render. I didn't really notice that at all.
You know what they did mention? You know what they did reference?
What's that?
They referenced the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog because Eggman said snooping as usual.
They did?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. When was that?
I don't know, but Eggman said snooping as usual.
When did he catch someone snooping? Was it
I
Dr.
don't
Stone
know.
when he like snuck up on him? Or Mr. Stone? I don't think it was a doctor. Dr. Stone's the anime. Someone's gonna make like a list of all the references and stuff.
Yeah.
I really liked the little montage where Jim Carrey Robotnik was like
Yeah.
harnessing the energy of the quill, and then like the power goes out or whatever. Wait, is that
Yeah.
when he said it? When the power went out and he like turned it on and he was just there?
Oh no, not in the movie. I'm talking about the Sonic Boom cartoon.
Oh, I see. I didn't even realize that. Yeah.
All right, and Sonic movie spoilers ends here.
Oh, I meant to mention one more thing. I also forgot it.
Oh,
So
okay, never mind.
No, it's fine. I'm sure I'll think of it someday.
All right.
Let me put down the timestamp. Do you have any closing notes?
Good video game.
Yeah, it was a good video game. Movie. Dude, remember at the ending when Sonic sucked a guy's dick and he marked that off his bucket list?
Bro, that was my favorite scene.
Just make some shit up. Do you think we could retroactively like make something up that happened in the movie and like get people to believe it?
No.
Like, what's the most
We're not-
believable thing we could lie about? Like, okay, I was gonna say I don't want to spoil it. Like, I don't know, fucking. Does this mean like
Sonic looks to the camera and says, "Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself."
he goes, "That's life." And then the camera zooms in on him and it does the Looney Tunes thing, like da 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 da.
That's all, folks.
Tails does that. And then Knuckles goes, "I'm Sonic, I like to chuckle." And then he does the Pumpkin Hill rap.
Except it's like one syllable. It's like some words are swapped around, but not all of them.
It's just like a YouTube poop.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. That was pretty good. If you're here, if you skipped, regardless of if you skipped or not, or if you're here now, thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed. We hope to see you next week in the podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe for future episodes. Comment below if you enjoyed anything. And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Jeffrey Epstein definitely did not kill himself.